I am Fredna S. White, and I am an AFGE woman.
I am Robin Nichols, and I am an AFGE woman.
I am Benny Bridges. I am an AFGE woman.
I'm Vicki Martin, and I'm an AFGE woman.
One of the first jobs I applied for a promotion, there had never been a person of color in that position at all. And I felt like I had two strikes against me because not only was I female, also I was a woman of color.
Well, as a young single mom, I didn't realize that I was going to make one of the most difficult decisions of my life. I had a newborn and my mom was dying, and I had exhausted all my leave. So I had a decision to make. Do I go back to work and find somebody to take care of my mom, a stranger, and I don't know where those resources were going to come from, or do I have to take a leave of absence and take care of my mom? There were no daycares near the area. I was new to town, and I just felt like that if I had paid parental leave, that wouldn't have exhausted my leave so fast, and I could have did two things at one time. I could have continued to care for my newborn and to help my mother go into glory the way she wanted to at home with a family member.
I served this country proudly, and I found that my sex in some ways was used against me. Not because my love for this country was any different, but the perception or the stereotype of who I was supposed to be put me in conflict with what I truly wanted to do. So it was challenging, but I did serve my country. And then I came to work as a federal civilian.
The statements that were made to me were, oh, well, you might have periods of time when, you might not be available because you'll be a new mother and you'll have a new baby, and you might have more periods of absenteeism due to that. Being very young in my federal career at the time, I didn't realize things felt as if, that wasn't the right thing to do or someone to say to you as an employee in the workplace, but I wasn't aware from a union activism standpoint that that was really illegal.
Being around for over 20 years, I was very young when I started coming up in a leadership position, and because of my age, I think that several people over the years have discounted my knowledge, my ability, my skills because of my age. And in addition to that, being a female, that has compounded the problem.
I come from a union family. My mom worked in the healthcare field as a housekeeper. And the first thing she told me when I started working, make sure you find a union.
I became a National Women's Advisory Coordinator to assist locals with getting women involved in the union.
What made me run for my position was the fact that the mistreatment of the female workers and also the male workers, they were mistreated all the time. It just seemed like they didn't have a voice, they were afraid. And I always have been the type of person who always looked out for the people who can't look out for themselves.
When I became a federal employee and became a union member, I always knew that I liked having a voice for people. So I got really involved with my local, and then at the district level. I've always wanted to be an activist. I always like to fight for people that I believe are less fortunate.
There are so many people out there that don't want to hear females. They don't believe they have the leadership skills, the strength to lead an organization or lead people and I've often been dismissed depending on the space that I've been in, and sometimes it still happens today, but I refuse to be dismissed.
I am Deborah Toussaint, and I am an AFGE woman.
I am Stephanie Graff, and I am an AFGE woman.
I'm Diana Snediger, and I'm an AFGE woman.
I am Deborah Cook Rice, and I am an AFGE woman.
I am Regina Smith, and I'm an AFGE woman.